Waitemata Community Law Centre. Let's give them a call and ask them, eh? It's a $25 removal fee that I charged a man for removing a video off of my YouTube site. And if you're a lawyer, you can tell me, does the referee not have to identify himself if I'm a party to the proceedings?
Generally, yes.
Hello, how are you? Awesome. I'm wondering if I could ask a quick question in regards to a disputes tribunal.
Okay. To take a message for our lawyer that's on the phone.
Sure. Basically, what I have at this stage is I have a 90-day overdue invoice, and I'm not sure if I can now go to the disputes tribunal and pay the the $45 and file a claim, or whether or not I'm supposed to give the debtor a notice of default first and a notice of legal action. I'm not too sure if I'm supposed to do that first or just go straight to disputes tribunal.
Okay. And what's your name?
My name's Mark.
Mark. And what's the phone number she can call you on?
Sure is.
Okay. No problem. I'll pass it on for you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye bye. Hello.
Hello, is Mark available?
Yeah, speaking. Hi.
Hello, Mark. It's Cecelia calling you back from the law info line. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks. And you?
Is it the time to talk right now? I'm well, thank you.
Yeah, good.
And how can I help you today?
I've got a 90-day overdue invoice, and I'm wondering if I needed to give a notice of default first or something like that before filing disputes tribunal.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit more?
Oh, okay. It's a $25 removal fee that I charged a man for removing a video off of my YouTube site. It's been given a 30-day invoice, then a 30-day reminder, then a 30-day final notice, so he's had 90 days, so he's now over that, and so I just need to know if I need to give like a notice of default saying that he's now, it's now in default, court proceedings going to happen, or whether or not I can just go straight ahead to, doing disputes tribunal.
Right, sorry, how much is the fee?
It's a $25 fee, and I know it's going to cost me $45 to lodge the claim.
Yeah.
But it's not really the money's not really it's the principle of the matter to me. I mean, the man involved is actually the president of the Auckland JP Association, Selwyn Haworth, and I was at court at the time in regards to a matter with the police and a speeding ticket and a failure to produce a driver's license. And before that hearing even happened, Selwyn ordered me to remove my video off of YouTube, which had nothing to do with anything whatsoever of the court, and if he's going to give me an order, he can pay for it. I did actually give the court, I gave North Shore District Court and the police my fee schedule before attending that day, so they were aware.
Alright, well, I suppose, just thinking, what's the best way forward for you?
Well, I mean, I've got Selwyn's home address, and I've sent him an invoice for 3 months. I've given him every opportunity to contact me, or in multiple ways.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I mean? I've followed I'm being perfectly reasonable. So why he's not dealing with the matter? I've also spoken to North Shore District Court in regards to my time for attending that day, and I'm trying to find out from the North Shore District Court who to send my invoice for my time. And I've contacted the police. The police have said that the defence bears no fees, and I says, well, everybody else in that courtroom was getting paid for playing their part in those proceedings, and they needed me to stand there and play my part for the defendant. And if the court sent me a request, according to Selwyn's orders that day, request, order and ask all mean the same thing. So if I'm going to be requested to do something, I can bill for it. You know, I'm just using his own rulings directly back at him. So and I've got the transcript of the court hearing that day where he states this in the court transcript, that those words all mean the same thing. So if I'm just going to be asked something or requested something, I'll send an invoice for it. Do you see how that works?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just using their determinations, their statements. Is that not fair?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Because my whole argument on the day was that the court never once did he order me to produce a driver's license. He asked me and he requested a few times, all things of which, as far as I was aware, I could decline. And not that I declined, I actually said to him I would be happy to produce anything you order. This is to the cop, and the cop responded by saying, I'm not ordering you to do anything.
Okay, well...
So that was my whole argument with, not producing a license. If he'd given me an order, I would have produced it. Perhaps it's semantical, I don't know, but...
Alright, let's just try and think of the best way to get that fee.
Yeah, well, to me it's take Selwyn, the man, not the Justice of the Peace, to court and get him to pay it. Because he clearly, he forced me to sign an acknowledgement that in it states that I'm to remove this video within 2 days or I'm going to be held for contempt of court. And he made the threat of arresting me by the 21st of May, and the court hearing was on the 19th of May.
Alright, then I would suggest that you go back.
I mean, I've got a written form, and I've also got an email from the Court Services Manager, Carl Lewins, stating that Selwyn was the author of that document that he had me sign, giving me the order.
Okay, why don't you...
I've got evidence, transcript. Got the transcript of him giving me the order as well.
Alright, so just why don't you advise the courts and also...
Well, I have.
I would say...
And now a man by the name of Dan Brady, who's the Ministry of Justice, the lead service advisor, he's telling none of the Ministry of Justice whatsoever to talk to me anymore, and he's telling and he said that my request for compensation, I said it's not a request, I just need to know where to send an invoice. If you guys want to debate whether or not you owe me money, take me to court over it. But they had me there and they had notice of my fees for attending, so there's no argument, no one rebutted them. They have fees for their shit, I have fees for my money, my time's worth just as much as theirs is. So, it's the way I'm just playing fair and playing by their rules.
Yeah. Alright.
So yeah, and apparently it's in the legal department of the Ministry of Justice and nobody from there will respond to me.
Okay, so why don't you just, if they're not responding to you, then maybe why don't you just file
it to the Disputes Tribunal and not even bother with giving him a notice of default?
Well, I mean, I think you should give them a notice and file for... Because you've already tried to ring them to advise them and they're not helping, so then you're taking the next step.
I've got countless emails. I've also got, I filed a complaint to the Auckland JP Association in regards to, as far as I'm aware, and if you're a lawyer, you can tell me, does the referee not have to identify himself if I'm a party to the proceedings?
Generally, yes.
Right, well, I asked him 5 times during a 4-hour hearing to identify who he was, and he flat out said no on the transcript.
Oh, okay.
That's a breach. Is that not a breach of the procedure rules or something?
Yeah. But can we... I know there's many breaches, but you're wanting a 25...
Oh, yeah. Well, this is just, if he's going to give me an order, he can pay for it. I'll give him an invoice and we'll just go through the procedure on that one. But he's also acted in dishonour in my book, and it's all been swept under the rug because he's the president of the Auckland JP Association. And Alan Hart, who's the registrar of the New Zealand JP Federation, won't even speak to me anymore.
Are you wanting to raise a complaint against...
New Zealand Law Society won't help me either. I've lodged complaints through that in regards to... They won't deal with JPs because, New Zealand Law Society only deals with lawyers and members on the enrolment, and JPs aren't.
Well, they're not enrolled in...
No. So the New Zealand Law Society has no jurisdiction within Justice of the Peace. I've spoken to the Judicial Commission, Conduct Commissioner. They only have jurisdiction over judges, and even though it's supposedly a judge-alone trial, there was a JP sitting there, well actually 2 of them, which the Parliament have stipulated are exempt from the Judicial Conduct Commissioner. So it's only up to the JP Federation, and their registrar won't speak to me.
Alright.
You know, perhaps I've caused a little bit of a shitstorm for them all, but I've spent 4 years learning all of their rules and trying to, I've got quite a few legal dictionaries.
Try and focus on some solutions here.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm just thinking, so you've tried to advise the courts.
Yep.
And they're not helping out. So I think the next logical step is to, file another claim against
The JP.
party who pay.
And what about the not identifying myself? Should I bother even wasting more time worrying about it, or just leave it?
No, I think you should just leave that and just get what you want.
Yeah, I'm not going to get anywhere, I think, through there, apart from just wasting more of my time and giving them a bit of a headache, but it's not going to work anything. It's not going to get any result, Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So do that, and I can just send him a notice of legal, proceedings against him or something.
Yeah, and just put in like the three note, put in like
That we've exhausted all attempts of correspondence and.
yeah. All right.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That's really helpful information, eh?
Okay.
I appreciate it. You have an awesome day, eh?
You too. Bye.
Thank you.